Okay, guys. So yesterday we saw about these topics, the different integer data type, float data type, string data type, how to convert from one data type to another. Input function we saw, print function, type function, and string format, and these things. Okay. So today we are going to see about relational operators. Today we're going to say about operators. Okay. Before that, I just wanted to show a few things. So let's suppose there are some special like there is the term called control code. Okay, control code. So whenever we give a backslash and characters like slash n and slash t, they have some special meaning. For example, if I yesterday also we saw this, I think in this I'll just type Amos and then I'm giving backslash and then Sam. So if you want to code, parallelly with me, you are free to code, and if you're stuck, you can just tell me. Okay. So when I run this, so you saw this, we have this backslash, and since it stands for new line, so this has got some special, it's not like a normal character. Okay, backslash, and similarly, if we have a backslash t, so it just gives you a tab over here. Okay, so now. But in this, if we give a normal, like, a D, backslash D, so this has got no special meaning. Okay. So they are this backslash N and backslash T, they have some special meaning. So that is why you won't see those characters in the print statement, backslash T and backslash N. Okay. You will just see for N backslash N, you will see a new line. And for backslash T, you will get a tab. Okay. Is that clear, guys? Any doubt here?
Why we use this and where we use?
Why we use it's rarely used in real-time system. It's just for our understanding. I'm telling you, if in case during the interview or something they give you this until they will ask you what is not with output, then you are in a position to tell. Okay, we rarely use in a real-time system, but just for the sake of interview and for our knowledge, I'm telling you this.
Sir, can I use two tabs in a same line? Two tabs.
If you give a two tab or a two new line, okay,
Okay.
you can do it.
Thank you.
Okay. Okay, so this was about print statement. Now we'll see some operators. Okay, so we can uh, classify operators like there are different types of operators. First, we are going to see about arithmetic operators. Okay, so under arithmetic operators, we have plus, addition, for subtraction, we have this. For multiplication, we have this. For division, we have this. And we have double division. This is for finding the remainder. I think we'll just see. We have this modulus and we have this exponential thing. Okay. So let's take just two variable a as 10 and b as 5. And let's say see the use of each operator. Okay. Addition, and this is quite simple. So some let's write some. So we have some, we have diff, we have this equation a star, division a by b, and this is for, I hope you guys are aware of quotient and remainder that we studied in school. Quotient. So this double slash, okay, this will give you the quotient. Okay. And this will give you the exponential. Okay. And now quickly guys tell me what will be the output for the first one. A plus b will be 15. And what will be the output of this? A minus b, 5.
10.
A into b will be
50.
50. A by b will be
2.
And what will be the quotient here? What will be the quotient here, guys? The remainder will be 0, right? The quotient has to be 2, right?
Yeah.
And a exponential b, that means 10 to the power 5 will give you how much? 5 zeros. Okay. So let's run this. So if you see the output, some 15, 5, 50, 2.0, 2, 0, and 10,000. That is what we are expecting. So any doubt here, guys, to anyone in this? These are few arithmetic operators that we just saw this. Any doubt here, anyone? Any questions?
No.
Okay. Then tell me, you see the output for each, right? So do you find what is the data type of each output? Do you find any difference in the data type?
Yes. Division is a float type.
The division is a float, rest all are integers. Okay. So we should always keep in mind this you can have a like a multiple choice question where they will do this. Okay. And they will give you two options like a by b will give you either 2 or 2.0. So you have to be careful in that kind of situation if you are selecting. Okay. So the general thing is when we perform any arithmetical operation, between two integers, the result will always be an integer. Will always be an integer value, okay, except division. Clear, guys? Except division, for other operations, if there are two, integers, then the result will always be an integer, except for division, where the result will always be a floating point value. Okay. Now let's me make one as float. Okay. Now the value of a, this is a float value. Everyone agree?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now let me run this. Now what is the data type of, all the result that we are getting?
Float.
Floating. Float.
So whenever one of the operands, okay. So this is plus minus, these are operators, guys, okay. And the two values a and b, now, so they are called technically speaking, they are called operands. This is just a term for them, okay. They are called operands. So whenever one of the operand is a float value, then the result will be a float value. Okay. So A and B here, they are called operands, and anything you use with operators, they are called operands. Okay. So I hope this is clear. When we have both the operands as integers, the result will always be an integer except division. And whenever one of the values are float value, then the result will be float value. Hope this is clear to everyone.
Yes, sir.
Fine. Now we have, so this was your arithmetic operators. Okay. Now we are going to see about assignment operators. Okay. So this equal to sign, this is called an assignment operator. So when we are giving a equals to 10, so equal to is also an operator, and this is called assignment operator. Okay. So that means value 10 of 5 is being assigned to this particular variable. Okay. So equal to is an assignment operator. And there are few more operators, like we can give plus equals to, okay, or minus equals to, or star equals to. Okay. So few people call it as augmented assignment operator, augmented assignment operators. Like these things, they call them as augmented assignment operators. Like we have two operators combined, a plus operator and an equals to operator. So that is why they call it augmented assignment operator. Okay. So now suppose I am using a like b is 5 as we have declared here. We are using something like this, b plus equals to 5. Okay. And then we are printing the value of b. Okay. So what this is equivalent to writing like this, b equals to b plus 5. Okay. This is a short form for writing, like rather than writing b equals to b plus 5. This is the short form for writing it, b plus equals to 5. You will see in many codes, if you read others code, they will be using, you will find something like this. Okay. So just a shortcut for writing like this. Okay. So what will be the value of b, guys? Here we do this.
No, sir, we can't because one is integer and another value is a string. So how?
Which value is a string here? Like B is 5 here, right?
Oh, sorry, sorry, sir. I don't saw. So
Fine,
it
that's
will work. It will work. It will work.
yes. Yes. So what will be the value of B here?
B is 5.
B is 5, and then after doing this operation, what will be the value?
10, sir.
B is 10. Right. So if you run this, I see other people are not that much interactive. They're not interacting. I want every one of you to be interactive, guys, so that if you ask more questions, then I will also have to think. We'll get some good questions also in between. So I would like everyone to be interactive. Okay. So value of B is 10. Is that clear to everyone? How this value of B becomes 10 here? Is that clear to everyone?
Yes,
What
sir.
Okay, what will be the output for this? B star equals to 5.
25.
25. All right. So B star equals to will be maintenance. Okay. So I hope this augmented assignment, we can have this with, division also. Division equals to, okay. Like whatever relational operators are there, you can combine it with an equals to operator. Okay. And you will get the same. You can understand by saying, okay, this is the short form for this. Okay. So this is fine. Now let's come to now. Now you will get sometimes in some interview questions, they will do something like this, and they will tell me what is the output for this. Not A, sorry. 10 minus 5 into 6 plus 3 quotient of 3, and then exponential of 2 plus 1. They will tell you what is the output for this. Okay, they will give you an arithmetical expression like this, and they will tell me what is the output for this result. So anyone having any idea, guys, like in which way this will be evaluated? Which one first and which one later?
No, sir.
BODMAS.
Yeah, what must we all remember from our school days proceedings. So here two things will come into picture. Yes, precedence rule. Yes, Rafi is correct. Two things will come into picture. Precedence and something called associativity. Two things. For example, in terms of precedence, if you see, first brackets will be evaluated. The highest priority, okay, and then this multiplication and division, okay, they are having the same priority, okay, and this addition subtraction, they are also having the same priority. So when the two operators will have the same priority, for example, if you see here in this multiplication and this division, okay, it might be a single division sign or double division sign, both will come to division only, or we can have something like this here also. Okay, so no, we are having multiple. Okay, now since this multiplication and division, they are having the same priority, so which one will be executed first? There this associativity will come into picture. Okay, to better understand this, let me operator precedence and associativity. Okay, so we have these operators here, and if you see the precedence, so brackets will always be executed first, and then these are having the highest precedence, and then we have an addition subtraction, and then equals to is having the least priority. Okay. And if you see on the right hand side, we have something called associativity. It's mentioned left and left for these symbols. Only for equals to it is mentioned right here. Okay. So associativity left means whatever is in the left, that will be executed first. For example, this multiplication and division, okay, both are having the same priority. But since this multiplication is on the left of this division, so this will be executed first. This is called associativity.
Can you explain once more, sir?
Yeah, sure. So you have understood priority, precedence, which will be executed first.
Yes, sir.
Priority is clear. Okay, bracket is having the highest priority, then these are all having the same priority. Now, when two operators will have the same priority, then which one will be executed first? The one which will be on the left. That is called associativity. Left to right, it will go. In this case, this multiplication and division and this sign, they are all having the same priority, right? So which one will be executed first? So it will go from left to right. Whatever will come on the first on the left, that will be executed first. That is called associativity.
Okay.
Okay, is that clear, guys? Anyone have any doubt?
No.
Okay, now you guys will tell me what will be the output for this. So first tell me which one will be executed first.
Multiplication.
No,
So
bracket is having
Brackets
the
one, yeah.
highest precedence. Okay.
Okay, yeah.
So in our next first, it will be all the things will remain like that. Let me copy it. It will remain like this. First one will be having this bracket. It will be 3, right? Next, what will be the what is going to happen, guys? Which one?
Multiplication.
Yeah, so it will be 10 minus 5 into 6, right? 30.
Yeah, 30.
Rest will remain as it is.
Okay.
Next, which one, guys?
4 into 3.
4 into 3. Is that the case? Or something else will happen, guys? Anyone else?
30 divided by 4.
30 divided. Because why? Because this multiplication, division, modulus, quotient, they are having the same priority. So whichever will come first, that will be executed first. Okay?
Okay.
So 30 by 4 gives you how much? 30 by 4, right? 7.5, right? Yeah. So this is 7.5 and rest will remain as it is. Next, what is going to happen, guys?
7.5 into 3.
Right. So that gives you how much?
22.5.
Correct. Next, what will be the output, guys? 22.5, and we are finding the quotient for that. So I think 3.7, right? 3.7,
Yes.
I think it will be 7. Till 3, and then 10 minus 7 square is 49, and 49 into 7 gives you how much? 49 into 7, right? 343, I guess. Okay. And 10 minus 343 will give you how much? Minus 333. Fine. So let me run this and check whether we are correct or not. Oh, but the value is 10. Are we printing this? How is it 10? How is this 10? where we made any mistake. 5 into 630. No, first is 3, that's fine. And 5 into 6 will be 30, 30 by 4. This is perfectly fine, but the result is 10. Weird. We have made some mistake for sure. Let's check. Bracket 2 plus 1, 3. And then we have this 5 into 6. 30, 30 by 4 will give you this is correct. 10 minus 5 into 6 by 4 into 3 by 3 into 3. Okay. Till this point it is correct. Next, what will be the output? 5 into 6, 30, 30 by 4. 30 by 4 will give you 7.5 only. 7.5 into 3. I got it where we have done the mistake. In this, this one here, 22.5 by 3. Okay, I think let me just run this 22.5, the mod of 3. Let's see what is the output. Comment out this 7. So 7 point. This is also fine. This then
7.5. 7.
7. 7 dot. Yeah, 7 only. 7 to the power 3. This is also fine. Then where are we exactly making a mistake? Let's check them. This is fine. Then 30 by 4. This is also 7. 28, 20. This is fine. Into 3 mod 3. This okay. Now this will be executed first. 3 into 7.5. This gives it 22.5. This is fine. Mod of 3. Exponential of this. It's correct, it seems. We are missing out on something. What is it? Let this be like this. No issues. We'll take another expression, maybe a simple one, and then check our understanding. 1 minute. For the timing, we're just commenting out this, guys. Okay. Let's make this a little bit one. This is fine. So in this, it will go left to right. So next we'll get 5 into 630. 30 by 4 gives you, let's make it 3 as a whole number. 30 by 3 will give you 10. Let's check out for this. So it will be 10 minus 30 by 3 into 3 and 3. Okay. So next will be 10 minus 30 by 3 will give you 10.0. Okay. Into 3 and this is by 3. So the next will be 10 into 3. This is 30.0. And this 30 by 3 double this gives you this floor of x divided by x the floor. So what will be the output for this? It will be 0, I think. We are getting a no, this is not for reminder. 1 minute. This will give you, I think, 10 only. Let me check. 30 by 3, right? This will give you 10 only. 10.0, and then our what is the output? Yeah, 10 dot only. Then fine. Then let me check the results. run this, so we should get 0. Okay, so this is working fine, but here where exactly we did the mistake? Okay, here I think this with 3 more between the floor value, this will also give the floor value, and 7 more 3 is also giving 21. Here we have made some mistake, but right now I am also not able to point out exactly where, but we will check it maybe later. But this is clear, guys. This precedence and associativity, right? Anyone having any doubt in this precedence?
Sir,
Yes.
sir, actually 7.5 into 3, we got 2.5, not 2.5. I
7
think there we got mistake.
here in this.
Yes, sir, there. Into 3. Okay, division there.
Into, so you are telling me there was a division here and we have mentioned a multiplication. Is that the case? Let me check. 5 into 6. T30 by 4. Into 3. Okay. No, I think it is fine. Anyways, we'll check it. We'll check it later where we are making the mistake. Okay. But overall, is this concept of precedence and associativity clear, guys, to everyone? And this equals to is having the least precedence, and it is right. If you see, it is right to left. Okay. So that is why in the final, whenever we declare any value, na, so after computation of all these things, then this final value will be assigned to result. Okay. So that is why this equals to is having the least priority, and it is right to left. So the right value on the right side will be assigned to this variable on the left hand side with the help of this equals to operator. Is this clear to everyone? Anyone having any doubt?
No, sir.
Okay. So this was about precedence and associativity of different operators. So we have seen 2 types of operators so far. We have seen your arithmetic operators and we have seen your assignment and augmented assignment operators. Okay. Now we have few operators, they are called relational operators. Okay, under relational operators, we have this greater than sign. Okay, we have this less than sign. We have greater than equal to. We have less than equal to. We have double equals to. We have not equals to. Okay, these come under relational operators. And relational operators, they are used for comparing. Okay, comparing 2 values. Okay, and after comparison, the result that you will get that will
Excuse
be
me, sorry, I have a doubt.
yes.
In the previous that calculation, we have the double, the 22.5. That is the floor division, right?
And this is the floor division.
Okay, so there we are just dropping the fractional part. So that is the logic of that operation, right?
Correct. Yes, that is floor
Okay.
division. Yes.
Okay, fine. Yeah, sorry, thank you.
Okay. So I will share you this this book, this sheet. Okay.
Yeah.
I will share this so that you can refer at any time. Yeah. Okay. So next where we were in this yeah. So relational operator is used for comparing 2 values, and the result that you will get that will be of Boolean data type. Okay, this is a new data type we are introducing now. We have seen integer, string, and float. Now we are seeing a Boolean data type. Okay, after comparing the value that you will get, it will be a Boolean data type. Boolean data type, it will be either true or false. Okay. For example, let's compare 10 greater than 10 or 10 less than 5. Okay. So this is a true or false statement, guys.
False.
False. So we'll get a false. Okay. We can store this result also in a variable. And we print the result is result, and data type of result is what is the data type? How do you find data type, guys? What is the function used for finding the data type?
D-type.
Type of result. Is this clear? Is this going to work or this is not going to work? Am I missing something in this statement? Can anyone point out?
If string study.
They are missing
Use it.
Double quoted missing, double quoted. I think.
Yes,
F.
I'm missing two things. I'm missing a double quote at the end, and also I'm not giving an F in the beginning, right?
right.
Yeah, F string.
Okay, now let's run this. So the result is false, and the data type of result is BOOL. It's a short form for Boolean. Is it clear, guys? Anyone having a doubt in this? Let's say 10 less than 10. What will be the output for this?
False.
False or true?
True, sir.
True. And someone put false. Okay. 10 is less than 10.
No, it's equal to 10, not less than or not.
Yeah. So the result is false, right? If you give 10 less than equals to, if you use this operator,
Okay.
True.
then this will be true, right?
Yeah.
Either it's like an or condition, either either less than or equal. Okay, so this less than equal to is like either less or equals to. Okay, it's taking two conditions with an or in between. So any one of the condition, if it is true, then it will be true. Okay, so similarly, we can use other operators also, like double equals to for comparing two variables whether they are equal or not by using 10 equals to 10. So this will be a true statement. Okay, 10 not equals to 10. This will be a false statement. Fine. Now let's do a simple program. Okay. Let's suppose you went to your ATM for withdrawing some amount. Okay. So let's suppose we have a variable called account balance. Okay, you are having, let's say, 10,000 rupees in your account and withdraw amount. You are taking input. Okay, enter the amount you want to withdraw. Okay, and you're storing in this, and we have to check the condition if. So I have not spoken, I have not taught if. I will just teach you once this is completed, this relational operator. Okay, in today's class only. It will just check if your what do you call withdraw amount. Okay, if your withdraw amount is greater than your account balance,
Okay, okay, okay.
let me remove this if now. I will just store the value in something in my variable. Okay. This I am naming this as decide. Okay, and I will just print decide true or false. So the value of decide will be true or false, right? Because we are using a relational operator.
Yes, yes.
Okay, so let me run this. Enter the amount you want to withdraw. I have 10,000. Let's suppose I want to withdraw 5,000. Hitting an enter. Why we got this push? Enter. But we are getting some error, guys. Can anyone read this error and tell me why I'm getting this error?
You have to convert the variable into integer
Okay.
because
Yeah, it is telling me this operator. This we cannot compare string and integer with the help of this operator. Okay. So greater than is used to compare integers only. Two integers can only be compared, but we are getting a we are comparing a string and integer. So what changes I have to make, guys? Anyone?
We
We
need
need
to
to add
put integer value.
Convert the string into integer.
How do we do that? Which
Convert the string into integer.
how do we do that?
int, then bracket, then input.
Where exactly I need to do? Shall I do it here in input statement or shall I do it here? Here.
Int of input of we can give it withdraw amount.
We can give it here also, and we can give it
Of
there.
cards.
Okay, now it should work. Let me run this again. Enter the amount you want to withdraw. Let's say 2,000. And we are getting a false. But you should not get a false. You should be able to withdraw, right? So withdraw amount, we are giving a wrong condition right here. Withdraw amount should be less than, right?
Less than, yeah.
Right. So we have to be very careful while using this less than greater than. Often people, they make this mistake. This will not give any syntax error, but this is a logical error. Okay. Previously we got syntax error, but this is a logical error. Okay. So withdraw amount less than, and then you should decide on this. True. Okay, withdraw, we can mention here like this, withdraw amount is less than account balance. Okay, and this will return a true or false. So we can, this is to make our it more meaningful. Okay. And then again, enter the money to withdraw 2,000, 200. Okay, we're getting it true. Is this clear to everyone? Any doubt, anyone here? Anyone, please feel free to ask anyone having any doubt. No matter, it's a very simple question, but it should be, we should be all be on the same page. Clear, guys?
No.
Relational operators, proof, Boolean data type we saw today, relational operators.
yes, sir.
Okay. Okay, no thumbs for telling me. Now we have one more operator types for logical operators. In this we have and, or, not. Okay, let's suppose we have, before withdrawing, we should just check two conditions. One condition we check, it should be less than account balance. There should be one more condition that that withdraw amount that withdraw amount should be less than 10,000. We cannot withdraw more than 10,000 at a time. Okay, let me make the account balance some more, make it 30,000. Okay, there should be another condition that we have to check, that withdraw at a time, at one go. Okay, at one go, you cannot withdraw more than 10,000. You cannot withdraw more than 10,000. Okay, this is another condition. Okay, now we have to check two conditions. So as the user inserts his card, he will get this message. Get this message. At one go, you cannot withdraw more than 10,000, and then it will ask you to enter the amount you want to withdraw. Okay. Now we have to check two things here. Withdraw amount is less than account balance, and we have to check one more condition. So that is why we are giving an AND condition here. Okay, and this is the logical operator. And what will be the second condition, guys? Withdraw amount should be. What will be the second condition as per this statement?
Less than 10,000.
Less than equal. So, and then we'll just mention here, good to go, true or false. Okay. So the account balance is 30,000. And let me run this. So at one go, you cannot withdraw more than 10,000. Enter the amount you want to withdraw. Okay. So let me give only 3,000 and good to go. We're getting a true. Okay. Now let me run this again and let's try to give an amount more than 10,000. Let's make it 12,000. Good to go is false. Okay. Why? Although the withdraw amount is less than the account balance, but we have another condition where it should satisfy both the condition, and means it should satisfy both the condition, but here it is failing. That is why we are getting a false. Is this clear to everyone? Anyone having any doubt in this? And is clear, guys?
Sir, and means both the condition must be true.
Yes, both the conditions must be true.
So here one condition is false. So why it will give us the result?
So see, whenever we have AND operator and we have one condition which is true, second condition which is false, then the result will be a false.
Okay. Okay.
And whenever we use OR, then any one condition is true, then it will be true. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. Now in this case, if we give an OR here instead of AND, okay, and we run it and we give the same amount, 12,000. What will be the output, guys? True or false?
True.
True. Why? Because one of the condition it is satisfying. It is less than account balance. This condition is satisfying.
Sir, can you tell me when to use or when to use AND operator?
It depends on the business scenario, na? For
Okay.
example, in this scenario, this is the bank rule that you cannot withdraw more than 10,000. Okay, and your withdrawal amount should be less than this. So this is the mandatory rule. So you have to use an AND here.
Okay. Got it.
Okay. Now there can be some business rule. Let's say to purchase something, now you have to submit your what do you call it? A nationality proof. Okay. So there you have an option. Either you can upload an Aadhaar card or passport or PAN card. So there, in that case, we'll use all condition. Anyone is fine.
Yes, one condition will be.
Okay. So is it clear to everyone? Anyone having any doubt in this? When to use and when to use or?
No.
Sir, can you use multiple and or
More than 2 time or
Yes,
yeah.
yes.
Yes, we can use multiple times. We can see here it is this, no? We can have one more condition. And withdraw amount. Withdraw amount should not be less than 0. Okay, now we have 3 conditions. Fine. So let me run this. Oh, yeah. So whenever our code is extending to another line, 1 minute. We have to use this slash, I think. We'll run the line. Enter the amount you want to withdraw. So what is the condition we have? We have triple and condition, right? So let me give a negative value here. Okay. Minus 45. But it is not taking that good to go is true. Why? Because it's not taking that negative number. Withdraw amount. Oh, it's and less than 0, right? So it is less than 0. If we give a greater than 0, then it will give a problem for us. Let's say I want to withdraw 134 rupees. Good to go, false. Okay. So which condition it is not satisfying here, guys? If you give 134, which condition is not getting satisfied here? Which one? This condition, first one, or second one, or third one? Which one? Anyone?
Second.
First one is correct. Withdrawal amount is less than account balance.
Second one.
The second one also is satisfied, less than 10,000.
Third condition.
Third is,
Third one
not
is
active.
wrong.
Yeah,
it's
it is
false.
failing. Okay.
Yeah.
So we
Third
can.
condition. And
Yes. Anyone was saying something?
third and condition.
We can have multiple and conditions. So that was the question. Okay. And when your code is floating to the next line, always use this slash. Okay. So that it is readable. Here we have given this slash now.
Here we can use and with or.
We can use, yes, we can do that also. We can do that also. So withdraw amount is less than or withdraw amount is this. Okay, we have an or and we have an and.
Sorry, sir. Can you explain the order of execution, like which end is in?
So in this kind of scenarios, now just to make it more clear, you can make use of bracket. Okay, to so that the code is more readable. So now it is more clear. Either of this is true, fine, and this should be true. Okay, just to make the code more readable. Otherwise, it will be confusing, right? We are giving or and and between. So, okay, if one of these is true, then fine. And then we will check this is a mandatory condition and condition, and this is an or condition. Anyone is true, then it is fine. Okay, we can have like this also. We can have a mix. Yes, any question, guys?
No.
Order is as it is. Whatever is mentioned here will be executed first.
Okay.
No change in the order. Fine. So and we have this not condition, right? Not. So what not will do? It will just whatever your result is, it will just do opposite of that. For example, decide, right? Let me make it make this condition. Let me comment out this. And let's make a simple condition that withdraw amount should be greater than 0. I have only one condition. Okay. And we run this. So I'm giving a positive number and it will be true. Okay. And if we do if we use a not operator, like here, if I mention here not, no, this will take it as a string, not here. So let me okay, this is that operator, and I will name it the whatever is the output, will just do opposite of it. Okay. For example, here if decide, the value of decide is true, and if we use not decide, then the result will be false. Just the opposite. Let me print. Okay, this is for decide, and this is for decide. So to go true and opposite is false. Okay, it will just inverse the result. It will make true as false and false as true if you use not. Is it clear, guys, to everyone? Anyone having any doubt in these operators? So we have seen relational, logical, arithmetic, assignment, all these operators we have seen. Any doubt, guys, in these?
Sir, why we use not operator like gives like I'm confused that time. So could you please explain one more time?
Why not is just for it's there is no real use case of this. It's just for inversing a result, just for our knowledge. What is the use of not?
Okay. Okay.
Fine, then this is clear. Now we can go to this our condition checking using if and else statement. Okay. I hope it is clear till now, so it will be easier for us, because we will be using these operators only going forward. So we should have very clear logic on this. Okay. So let me just ask you a few questions for this. What will be the value of result here, guys? With the value of result? True or false? So if you see this in the previous one, here ultimately withdraw amount less than account balance. Okay. So what will be the output for this? Either true or false. So rather than writing this expression, I'm just writing true here. So it's basically same, true or this and this condition. Okay. So what will be the value here of result?
True.
True. Anyone else having any other true? Okay. So what will on this is true. Why it is true?
Because here or condition is there, na? If there's an and, so it's come to false.
Right. So if we have something like this, false or false or false, what will be the value? Result?
False. Yeah, false.
For
false.
Yeah.
And if I mention like this, false and false and false, then what will be the value?
False.
Else, any other answers? False. Okay, so I hope this is clear. False and false or true. Should be the output for this.
False.
True.
Okay, because false and false, it will be a false, right? If we remove the after the evaluation of these two, false and false will be false, and then we have false or true. So anyone
Okay.
is true, will get a true. Clear?
Yeah, clear.
Okay, you have to break it. Okay, just evaluate this. What will be the result? Then compare with the rest. So in that way, there will be no confusion. Okay. So this is clear. Now we'll check if else condition here. Yeah. So this particular example only, withdraw amount and account balance. Let's take this. Withdraw amount. So we can check it in condition if withdraw amount is less than account balance. Then print good to go. Okay. And else print don't have sufficient balance. So just if you see the syntax, guys, after if we have given one space and then we have mentioned the condition and we gave a colon. Okay. And when I hit a enter, automatically it is leaving this much space. By default, I think it is 4 spaces are there, right? 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so by default, it will give you 4 space. Okay, this is called indentation, guys. Okay, this is called, I hit enter, it is giving me that. This is the default indentation. They will leave the 4 space. Okay. And then we give an else condition and we give a colon. Again, if we hit enter, it will leave this 4 space. This is called indentation. Okay, and then we give our statement. Okay. So if we run this now, good to go. Okay. Now what if we don't give this indentation? Okay, I have removed that 4 spaces and I run it. What is the error we are getting, guys? Can anyone read it out?
Expected and indented block after if statement on line 7.
So this indentation, whenever you are using this if condition, this indentation is compulsory. If you don't give, you will get an error.
Sir, why, sir?
That is the general rule for this Python. This is
Okay,
not for other,
okay.
but this is the because in Java you give a bracket after if. But here you have to give this indentation. Okay, and also this is used to maintain, for example, I give another print statement. Okay, so this indentation shows that this belongs to the same if condition, same if block. If this condition is true, then this two statement will be executed. Okay, let's remove this else for the time being. Okay, we have only if condition. Okay, and we have another print statement that is not in that if block. This will just mention outside the if block. So whatever is under that if condition, this entire code, this will be a block. Okay, so that is why I have written. And whatever is out without this indentation, that is not part of this if condition, that is outside if block. Okay, so if I run this, enter the amount you want to withdraw. Okay, go ahead, please go ahead outside if block. Okay, now suppose if our condition is false, then these two statements will not be executed, but this will be executed. Why? Because this is not part of the if condition. There is no indentation here. Okay, let me run it again. We have account balance as 30,000. If I give here 50,000, then these two statements are not getting executed. Why? Because they were part of if condition. Only the statement that is outside if, those will be executed after it. Is this clear to everyone? Anyone having any doubt in this? So
No.
that is why if you see one of the features of Python, I mentioned an indentation matters here. Okay, indentation. So we have seen Python is open source. It's a high level language. High level language means, we can understand, like it is human readable. Whatever we are writing is human readable, not machines. High level language. Dynamically typed. Why it is dynamically typed, guys? Anyone remember from the previous class why Python is dynamically typed language?
Errors are caught in a runtime. In my knowledge,
Not case sensitive.
Dynamically typed. Why? Because we don't have to mention the data type before using. We don't have to declare int or float. This data type is it. It takes it dynamically by seeing the value. By seeing the value, determine whether this is an integer or a float. Okay. In other programming languages, we have to mention like this int and then the variable name. So this is statically typed. But in Python, we don't do that. That is why it is dynamically typed language. Clear, guys? Any doubt in this dynamically typed language?
sir,
Yes.
case sensitive means case sensitive. And means that case sensitive. So
This is clear dynamically typed. Then I will go to case sensitive.
yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Case sensitive means, see, I have mentioned here if condition, okay, is a small letters. If I give here capital IF, we're getting an error. Okay, if they're not able to understand what is this if. So that's why it is case sensitive. If wherever there is an uppercase, we have to use uppercase. Wherever there is small case, we have to use small case. For example, this false, right? F is capital. If I use a small f, then we'll get error here. Okay, this is what is called case sensitive. Is it clear, guys? Case sensitive?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, and now we're talking about indentation. Okay, platform independent. I will tell you in the next class why it is platform independent, what makes it platform independent, because sometimes in the interview they ask you this question: is Python platform independent, or how is it, why it is platform independent? We'll discuss it in the next class about this platform independent. But now, right now, we're talking about indentation. Okay, in this if block, we are maintaining this indentation. Is this clear to everyone? If condition, how we are doing, and this indentation that we are maintaining here.
Yes, sir.
What is the default indentation, guys? 4 spaces.
Four space.
By default, they will give. You can make your own indentation also. You can maintain 3 spaces, but you have to maintain that throughout the program. Okay. If you want to make 3, okay, make it 3, but you have to maintain throughout the program. But that is not a good thing to do. It's better to go with the default indentation that they provide. Okay, because somewhere we will forget, then it will be throwing errors. Fine. So withdraw amount less than account balance, and then this is outside if block. Fine. What else? Yeah. So else we can have an else condition, else here, right? Else. We can mention that same print statement. The money want to withdraw, let's make it 50,000. Some typing 50,000, right? So we are getting a message insufficient balance, and then whatever outside this impulse block, this is getting filled. Well, guys, what is the syntax for if and else? We give a colon and then we maintain this space. Is that clear to everyone?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now, let's suppose we can have multiple conditions. Okay, we can have 4 or 5 conditions. Then what do we do in that case? For example, first we are checking here, withdraw amount is less than account balance. Fine. Okay. So suppose if I run this, enter the amount you want to withdraw. I'm giving a minus 1,000 rupees. So it's still telling me good to go, please go ahead. But this is invalid, right? So we should have another check here. That we should compare this also. It should not be negative. There should be one more condition here, right?
Sir.
Yes. Okay, so we should incorporate this condition also. Okay, so how will we do it? We will have another condition here. We can add it here, like this is short form for else if. Okay, we will give another check here. Withdraw amount is if it is less than 0, then you print here that amount should be greater than 0. Okay, and finally we'll have that else block. So we have checked this if first it will check for this condition. If it is less than, okay, if it is less than, then it will enter this. Okay. So you guys will tell me what logical mistake we are making here. Okay. So is this clear to everyone? Else if, how we are giving this else if condition, guys? Using elif keyword. Okay. And the condition, if you have multiple conditions, we will check. We can have multiple elif conditions there. Okay. So we are checking two things. First is withdraw amount less than account balance. We are also checking it should not be less than 0, and then we are doing the final part, that is else part. Okay. If I run this, enter the amount you want to withdraw 1234. Okay, fine, it is running fine. Okay. Now let's give a negative number and check it. Still getting the same message. Good to go, please go. But we should enter this block, right? I should enter this block. But it is not entering this. Can anyone tell me why? Partitioning withdraw amount should be greater than 0. This condition, right? So that is what we are checking here. But if you see the output right now, Swati, we are giving a -1, but still it is not entering this block. It is entering only this block. Can anyone tell me why?
Sir, indentation is not.
No, it's not related to indentation.
I think we should nest else if with the
We should
add that amount greater than 0 with and condition.
Yes, either we can add this in the very first line, right? Or what we can do, we can check this condition first. we can check this condition first. Right? If this is less than 0, then do this, and this condition we can check it. We give it as a next condition. Because it will go sequentially, okay? If this is true, it will execute this and it will not check other conditions. It will only check other condition if the first condition is false. Is that clear, guys? If this is false, then only it will check the second condition. If this is true, it will directly come out of this entire if-else block. It will not see other conditions.
So sorry, sir, my line was cut. So could you please explain one more, sir?
Sure. So what I did, I just placed the condition. I am telling you that first we were checking this condition, okay, initially. So what was happening? It was true, and it was executing this statement, and it was coming out of the entire block. It was not checking other conditions. Okay. So what we did, we moved this condition in the very beginning. Okay. If this, so this condition will be checked first. If this is true, it will execute this thing and it will come out of the entire thing. It will not check these conditions. It will not go to else if or else.
Sir, can you show any diagram like if or else condition, how it linearly works? Like the flow.
It's very simple flow. I will just I can explain you here only. For example, you see what is the first condition here? Withdraw amount less than 0.
Okay.
Okay. And I am giving a print here and I'm mentioning inside if block. Okay, it will print this. Okay, same print statement I will have in all the blocks. Inside elif block. Inside else block. Okay. Now my first condition is withdraw amount less than 0. Okay, this condition. So let me run this. Enter the amount we want to withdraw. Let's suppose I'm giving intentionally, I'm giving a negative value, less than 0 value. So I'm giving a minus 100. If I give a minus 100, guys, so which it will enter this. This condition will be true. Minus 100 is less than 0, right?
Yeah.
So it will enter this inside if block, it will print and it will print this. Okay.
Yeah.
And rest it will skip. It will not even check the condition.
Okay.
Because it got one as true. Okay. So if I enter, see inside if block amount should be greater than 0. Rest these what do you call it? Ignore this thing, else if and else condition. Okay, so that is the rule. Okay, if it finds that any one of the condition will be executed and it will come out of that. Now suppose I give an amount which is greater than 0, so this condition will be false, so it will not enter this if block. Okay, then it will check this condition, next condition. Okay, if withdraw amount is less than account balance. Okay, if it finds this as true, then it will execute only this block and it will ignore the rest. It will not check the else block. Okay, so suppose if my account balance is 30,000, I am giving a 10,000. So this condition, guys, if I give 10,000, this condition will be true or false?
True. Middle amount, yeah, true.
Yeah. So it will enter, it will execute these three, only what is part of else if, and it will ignore this else part. Okay. So see, it is mentioning inside elif block. Good to go, please go ahead. Okay. Now let me give a condition where this will also be false, and this condition will also be false. So automatically it will enter this else block. Okay. So if I give an amount which is greater than 0 and greater than this 30,000, then it will automatically enter this else block, guys. Okay. So if I run this, enter the amount you want to withdraw, I'm giving intentionally a very big value. So it is less than 0. No, this is false. So it will check this condition. It is less than account balance. No, this is also false. So automatically it will come to the last block without checking any condition. Because this, if this 2 is not the option, then this is the only option. Okay, so it will enter this else block and it will print insufficient balance. Inside else block, insufficient balance. Is this clear, guys? This flow, how this flow works?
Yeah.
Now we can have, rather than having let me comment on this. First, let me take this. Let me comment on this. So here, as someone was mentioning, we can give an AND condition also, like rather than having two else if, I can just take this condition and I can give an AND here. Oh, no, not here, sorry. I can just change the condition. If withdraw amount is greater than 0 and withdraw amount less than account balance, then you are good to go. These two conditions I'm checking with the help of this AND. You can have, as we saw, right? We can have AND or multiple conditions. So if we have this condition greater than 0 and withdraw amount less than, so we are good to go. If not, then we are having inside else block insufficient balance, or it can be a negative, negative amount entered like this. We can have this thing play in this way also. Okay, so if we run this, enter the amount you want to withdraw. I'm giving it 1234 inside if block, and we are getting amount should be greater than 0. Why we have to print here good to go, right? Good to go. Okay. And this draw 1, 2, 3, 4. So inside your block, good to go. And if we run this again, and if we give either a negative amount, so insufficient balance or negative amount. Okay. So is this clear, guys? Everyone? Any doubt in this? Else, LF.
So here we can use also and or condition.
We can give or condition also instead of and, we can give or also. This is also fine. But here logically it will be incorrect, right?
Yeah.
We can
No,
use.
maybe in a different scenario we can use.
Yes, correct. Yes, correct. We can use that also. Is this clear, guys?
Yeah. Clear.
Then I will show you some tricks and tips in this if condition. Okay. New file. So if I mention something like this, if true, print true. Else print false. What will be the output of this, guys?
True.
True, right? Okay. So if I mention here if true and false, what will be the output here, guys?
False.
False. If I mention here if not true, what will be the output here, guys?
False.
True. Not true. Not will do the opposite of true. So ultimately you will get here false. What will be the output of this? Not true. It will always be false, right? So if false, it will not enter this. It is equivalent to this. So if false, then what will be the output here?
False.
True.
Why true?
Sir, because the true is opposite of false.
But we have not mentioned that not here. Na? If I mention not
Okay,
false,
okay.
then it will be true.
Okay.
Okay.
False.
It will false. Okay. If I mention if not false, then
True.
True.
it will be true. If I mention here if one, then
True.
if I mention here if minus one, then
False. So why true?
I will tell you why. If I mention here if zero, then
I think false.
so if there's any integer value, na, if it is a non-zero value, that will be equivalent to true. Always remember that. Okay. If non-zero value, then it is equivalent to true. So you might get some, some codes here and there while interview. They will ask you, okay, so what will be the output here? Okay. So if it is zero, then it is equivalent to false. Okay. Zero is equivalent to false. Yeah, guys. Anyone have any doubt in this?
Sir, shall we write 001? So what will be the output?
You write 001. 001, I think it won't allow. It will give you an error. We cannot declare integer like that. We cannot declare like that.
Okay. Sir, so 0.1 float point is
that is allowed because that's a floating value. No?
yes. So
that is allowed. It will be true. If you give 0.0, then it will be a false.
Okay.
In case of string value, let's say if Sam getting a true, and in case of an empty string, false. This is an empty string, okay, guys? So in case of string, if it is an empty string, it will be false.
And like in string internally Python convert the string into hash keys.
No, it depends. It will not convert it into ASCII. If you're comparing now, it will check the command. It will check the ASCII value. If you're comparing two characters, we'll come to that when we cover in detail about string. We'll come to that ASCII, what is ASCII, and this value. Okay. So right now this is clear, guys. There are some different combinations you can get. Okay, so I just showed you this: zero, non-zero, empty string, non-empty string. Any doubt anyone having in this?
No, sir.
Okay, I hope this is clear to everyone. Now we have something called, what is that? We have one more thing here. It's called inline F. Okay, it's called inline F. And if you have only one condition, suppose I want to check, you have to check whether a number is greater than 0 or not. This is you have to check. Okay. So how are we going to check it, guys? With the help of if condition. If let's declare a variable as num and give it a value of 10. So if I want to check like this, if num is greater than 0, okay, then let's say we have a variable called result equals to true, and else result equals to false. Okay, and then print result. So let me run this. So we are getting a number, since it is greater than 0, we are getting a value, we are getting true here. Okay. Now this entire thing, entire code, I can do it in a single line. Okay, with the help of something called inline if. So you can have a variable like this. So I'm just commenting out these lines here. So you can have something like this. You can have true if num is greater than 10. Okay, else false. So just to make you more, just to make it more readable, I will change my condition. I want to check, suppose there are two numbers. Let's make it B as 20 and A as 10. Okay. Let's suppose I want to check whether which one is greater. Either A is greater than B. I want to check this. Okay. And whatever is greater, I want to put that in the result. Okay. So I can give here like this. A, if A is greater than B, else B. Okay. So this, if there's only one condition that needs to be checked, okay, then we can use an if else like this. This is called inline if. Okay. And this is also an example of a ternary operator, guys. So we can divide the operators into three things. One is unary operator, unary operators. Second one is binary operator. These are not that much important. Just for your knowledge, I'm telling you. Ternary operator. Okay. So binary operator, it will take two operands. Like, we have all this addition, subtraction, division. They will take two operators, right? Unary operator, you can mention not takes one operator, right? We have seen only one, not of the result what we get. Okay. And this is an example of ternary operator. Here we are having three operands. Okay. One operand is this, second operand is this, and third operand is this. Okay, this is an example of ternary operator. And this is also an example of inline if condition. Inline if. We are checking this if else condition in the same line. So that is why it's called inline if. And if you print here result, so whichever is greater, that will be stored in this result. Okay. So in this case, it will be B. So that will the value will be 20. So you can give it like this. And if you want to do this problem, solve this problem, then you can just mention here true if a number is greater than 10, else false. Like this one, the first one is like equivalent to the this one inside. If the condition is true, then this will be executed. If this condition is false, then this will be executed. Okay. So is this clear to everyone? Anyone having any doubt in this? This is just a simple thing, just an example of inline if. Sometimes in the code you may read someone has written this code like this. So there is no need to be confused. Always remember, whatever this condition, first check the condition. If A greater than B, okay, if this is true, then this will be executed. If this is false, then this will be executed. That's it.
Can we
Sorry, can you come again?
No, sir.
It's just a simple example. There's nothing to understand too much in details of this. Okay, it's not fine. So we are done with if else condition also. Next we will see.
Sir, can we write multiple if like nested if?
Oh yes, that's a good question. Yes, we can definitely have. Yes, I just forgot that nested if else, right?
Can you show that?
Yes, sure. We can have nested ifs also. Yes. Let's say we have one if condition here. I can take this example. This example I can do. Okay, let me take this. So we need from the balance. Okay. So here, guys, in this particular if we are giving two conditions here. If withdraw amount greater than 0 and this. Okay. So instead of having this two condition, I can have another if also in this. Okay, and I will just remove this condition. So what is happening here, guys? So initially it is checking if withdraw amount is greater than 0. Okay. So if this is true, then it will check here if withdraw amount is less than account balance. Okay. Then we can, give more proper messages like I will show you. So this is an example of a nested if, guys. Inside an if we are having if. Okay. And we can have an else here also. But we should make sure of the indentation. If there is any problem with the indentation, then it will throw us error. So here, let's suppose if withdraw amount is greater than 0, this is true. Now it is checking this condition. Is withdraw amount less than account balance? If this is false, then it will enter this else block. So here we can mention that insufficient balance. And here we can go to. Okay, so inside else block. So when it is going to enter this else block, guys, this bigger else.
In my first condition is with failed.
Yes, so first it will check this condition, guys. If this is false, then it will ignore this nested if else. It will directly come to this else block. Okay. If this is true, then it will enter this if. Okay. So let me run this nested if. Enter the amount you want to withdraw. Let's suppose our first condition is greater than 0. Okay, so I'm giving a negative amount here, minus 100 rupees. So which block it will enter, guys? Here,
The second is work because it is failed.
this one, right?
Yes.
Right. So let me hit enter here. So inside else block, negative amount entered. Okay. Now, let me give a amount which is greater than 0. Let's suppose I'm giving here 10,000. Okay. So if I give 10,000, this condition is true. Again, it will enter this, and it will check here. Your withdraw amount is less than account of 10,000 is less than 30,000. So we will be getting this good to go. Okay.
So please use a elif statement with necessity.
Can you come again?
Elif statement, sir.
If statement will go, right? Yes.
Yes.
Now suppose I will give an amount which is greater than 0 as well as greater than account balance. Then it should enter this insufficient balance. Okay, so if I run this, enter the amount, I'm giving some bigger amount like this. So yeah, it is entering this block insufficient balance. So this is how nested if else will work. Is this clear to everyone, guys?
So there is a limit, like
There is
I
no
want
limit.
to.
You can have hundreds and thousands of if else conditions.
So
Nested.
with if condition, shall we use one elif condition in below the else condition?
We can have elif.
What will be the
Let's run this. So if you are using elif, guys, then that time else is mandatory. Okay. Still it is. Oh, 1 minute. I have not given
Not
condition.
given condition.
Not given condition there. Let's remove this else. Let's see whether this should not work. Let me give another condition here. If withdraw amount is greater than 100. Okay. Now let me run this. Okay, then fine. 12,000 rupees. This is good to go. We can have like this also. Okay, so else is not mandatory. We can have a multiple LF blocks also. That is also fine. Okay. And as we have seen, we can only have if condition. Okay, else is not mandatory. Is this clear, guys? Anyone having any other doubt? Nested if, is this clear to everyone?
sir? Small request, sir. Can you add one or two conditions? Like I want to see the complexity understand. Like in real life, we face so many.
So see this nested if now this is totally like it's like you can have depends, like you can have here we had we had the condition in single line, right? So it's totally your choice. But here there was only one confusion. The user might get confused why he's getting that error, because he's either there is insufficient balance or negative amount. If we are not using if else condition like nested if here, so here there can be a confusion either this or this. Okay, but when we are using this nested if, now the user is pretty much clear that why he is getting that error. Either if it is due to negative amount, he is entering this, and if it is insufficient balance, he is entering this. The error, the message is more clear here, right? Because if we run this program, okay, if we run this program here, so it is the amount I'm giving a negative amount. So they have these two choices, right? Either due to insufficient balance or negative amount. It is not clear here. Okay. But in this case where we are using nested if else, if we give a negative amount, we are getting the exact specific message, negative amount entered. Okay. So this can be a use case. Okay.
Okay, sir, got it. Thank you.
This can be use cases. There's no such specific use case for this. It is your user's choice there. Okay. Fine. So if this is clear, then we need to go to this loop. The loops. Okay. Inside loop, we have two types of loop in Python: while loop and for loop. Okay. Just a moment, guys. Okay, give me a minute. I'm getting a call. Yes, sir. Sorry for the interruption, guys. So while loop, we have two types of loop here, like while loop and for loop. Okay. So why do we use loop, guys? So let's suppose we want to do some operation, multiple times. I want to do print welcome everyone 10 times. Okay. So I have to use, guys, 10 times I have to use this print statement. Okay, welcome, welcome, welcome. Okay. So just I'm giving you this example. There are multiple scenarios where we have to do something repeatedly. So rather than doing it like this 10 times, we can just maintain a counter type here like n10. Okay, and then we can make use of this loop. So while or we can just give it a 0 while n is less than 10, print welcome. Okay, and every time it prints welcome, it will increase the value of n by 1. So this is while to. So this is the syntax, guys. You have to use this keyword. This is a reserved keyword. You cannot use it as a variable name. Okay, while, and then you have to give a condition here. So n is less than 10. What do you mean by n less than 10? Initially, the value of n is 0. So 0 is less than 10, guys. True or false?
Yes, yes, true.
So
Yeah,
it will
true.
welcome, and then it will increase the value of n by 1. So next time, again, it will check now the value of n is 1. 1 is less than 10. Again, it
True.
will print welcome. Then it will increase the value of n by 2.
Okay.
Okay, so this way it will run. So if I run this, and let me print n also, the value of n also. Okay, and this, run this. So welcome 0, welcome 1, welcome 2, just printing it 10 times.
Okay.
Now guys, tell me what will happen if I don't change the value of n.
It will be, infinite loop. It's printing and printing.
Only one time the condition gets executed.
Only one time it will get printed, welcome.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Anyone else having any other answer? Okay, so let's run this. Save it first. What is happening, guys? So I forcefully stopped it. It went into an infinite loop. Why? Because n is less than 10, 0 is less than 10. Printing welcome. Again, just checking n less than 10. So when this condition will be false, then only it will come out of this loop. But since we are not changing the value of n, this condition is always true. Okay, so that is why we are going into an infinite loop. I have to forcefully stop it by pressing Ctrl C from my keyboard. So it's saying keyboard interrupt, which is, otherwise this will keep on running the entire day. Okay, guys, why this is very important? Changing the condition, whatever condition we are there, we have to update this condition. Okay.
Okay.
So how many condition we use in?
You can use the same and
Okay.
many multiple conditions you can use, just like any other expression. Okay. What will be the output for this, guys?
Okay.
While true. What will be the output for this? It's ultimately a condition, right? What we are checking here is ultimately a condition, right? It will be, after evaluating this, it will be true or false value only, right? So
Yes.
rather than writing this expression, I'm writing here false, while false. What will happen, guys, here? Will it enter this loop?
No, sir. It will not.
No, it will not enter this loop only. You see, nothing got printed. And what will happen if I mention here true? Will it enter this loop?
Enter the loop.
And then it will run infinitely, or it will come out of it? Any answer, guys?
It will enter the loop, sir. Because we go set
Will it
true.
come out? How will it come out? Or it will go on infinitely?
It will go
Infinitely.
infinite.
Infinite loop.
Yeah.
Okay. So we have to be careful about this condition that we are giving here. Okay, guys. So that's the important thing we have to remember while using while loop. Now, let me change this. So similar to this true now, as we have seen that even if we give some number while 1, this is also like an infinite loop, okay? Because this is equivalent to true, as we know. Any non-zero number is equivalent to true. So this will also go to an infinite loop.
Yes, sir. Yes.
Okay. Fine. So this condition is while n is less than 10. This is welcome. Okay. Now inside this, so if you see here, guys, this syntax, just like if condition, else condition, we are giving a colon here, okay, and we are maintaining this indentation. This is mandatory. Okay, this indentation has to be maintained here as well. Fine. Now inside this while loop, we can have if else condition. Okay, for example, let me change the question. I want to find out. I want to find out the list of first 5 odd numbers. Okay.
Sorry, I have a doubt. So this code, if we are running it now, it will print from 0 to 9, right? Not from 1 to 10.
What is the doubt?
the code that is there now on screen. So if we are getting the output for that, it will start from 0 to 9, right? 10 times it will print welcome.
Okay, so you are okay. You are telling me it will print in 0 to 9, but you
Yeah.
want the output from 1 to 10, is it?
No, I'm asking. So it will be from 0 to 9, right? It will start from 0.
If you make it 1 here, okay, and you change the condition to less than equal to 10, then you will get that output 1 to 10.
1 to 10. Okay. Okay. Yeah. Got it. Yeah.
Now I want
Thanks.
to find the first 5 odd numbers. Okay, I want to find or print the first 5 odd numbers. We know that the first 5 odd numbers will come within 10 only, right, guys? So we have to give a condition here inside this while loop, like if that number, right, and n is 1, we're starting with n. We have to, how do we check, guys, whether the number is even or odd? Let me give you an hint.
And
These are the
percentage
operators.
is equal to 0.
These are the, just a moment, these are the operators we have seen, right? Where are the operators less than equal to, no, not this one minute.
Reminder is 0.
Reminder, right? So yes, modulus sign, correct. So we'll just check here if and mod 2. This should be what? To check, we have to print the first 5 odd numbers, guys. What condition we have to give here?
Equal to 0.
Equals to 0. Okay. Then we have to print the first 5 odd numbers. Can we print that number?
Yes.
Okay. And are we missing anything here, guys? So always remember, we have to change the value of n, right? Otherwise, we'll get the same
go
value
for-
again and again, right? We'll go into infinite
Yes.
loop.
Yes.
So will this give me the first 5 odd numbers?
Yes, sir.
Okay. That the correct answer, guys?
Yeah.
No.
These are not odd numbers, these are even numbers, right?
Even number, yeah.
Then what should be the condition?
Not equal to 0. Not equal to, you have to put a not.
That's right, not equal to 0. Then it is giving me the correct output. Any other condition that we can use with equal to, is there any possibility? You can change something and make it work.
You can use else statement or print anything.
Yes, that is one thing. Without using else,
Okay.
can we give here, instead of 0, we can give here 1? If reminder is 1, then that is odd.
Yes, sir, you can.
Okay, this way also we can do. Because reminder will either be 0 or 1 if we divide by 2, right? So if it is 1, it's an odd number. Okay. Also in this way also you can do, if it is 0, then do nothing. Do nothing means I will give it a pass, and else condition will print that. So pass is just a reserve keyword. It's just for, we cannot leave it blank, so we have to give something. It does not, it is doing nothing. So we will mention pass in those kind of scenarios. Okay. Yeah, guys. Any doubt in this? Now this is clear to everyone, guys. How we can give condition inside, while loop.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now I have a condition in this that our loop, we should come out of the loop come out of the loop come out of the loop when come out of the loop. What condition shall I give here? When the value is, when we get the third, when we get the third order. Let's suppose we have two conditions here. Starting position. Starting I'm giving as let's suppose 100, and end value is 200, and within this range, if within it will check within this range. Once it finds the third odd number within this range, it will come out of it. Okay. So first, what will be our condition? Our condition will be while, let's take a number. Okay. While start is less than end. While start less than end, it will check this if start mod 2 equals to 1. That means this is an odd number. Print odd number and the value for that. Okay. And this will come out and implement the condition start. So first of all, tell me guys, is the question clear, guys? We have a starting range here 100. Okay, we're starting from 100 and we have an ending 200. Here you can change the condition also, like you can see, for example, odd and even is fine for the time being. So it will check within this range. It will print the odd numbers. Okay, we should come out of the when we get the third odd number. After printing the first and second odd number. Okay, first and second odd number from this range it will print, and when it encounters the third odd number, it will print it and it will exit. Okay, is this condition clear, guys, to everyone? Anyone have any doubt in this problem statement? Yes, no, guys. Anyone having any doubt with this?
No, sir. Understood.
No, sir.
So, if I do like this, okay, let me run this first. Let me comment on this. So it printed all the odd numbers.
Yes, sir.
But here the condition was, guys, when it gets a third odd number, that means 105, it should print it and come out. It should not print these things, these numbers. How are we going to achieve that? Anyone having any idea?
Sir, we have to use
We can use the word count variables.
if conditions, another
If condition also. Okay.
Hmm.
So let me give another if condition here. And what will be the condition inside this if? As someone suggested, we can use a counter.
Yes, sir. Like we can initialize count as 1. If count reaches to 3, we can stop this.
Initialize it as 1. So once it finds it is odd, we can
increase the count.
Right? Okay. So count plus equals to 1. Okay,
And
so
if
once
count
it
equals
finds
to-
the first odd number, then it will print it, the value will be 2. And then second, the value will be 3. So what condition we are going to check here inside nested if then?
If count equal to 3, like
If count equals to 3,
we can
right?
Yes, sir.
But count equals to 3. Okay, then what shall we do? How to come out of this loop?
We can use break or how, I don't know.
Yes, so there is a keyword, guys. If you want to come out of the loop without traversing the entire loop, we have to use this keyword called break.
So don't understand the flow, like count, and so this is
Okay, no problem. No problem. I will explain to you everything. There is no problem. First, I wanted to make you understand this break, about this break, what this break will do. Okay. So let me show you with a simple example first, then I will come to this problem. Okay, no issues. Running, let me so let's take a variable called n equals to 0, and we have this condition while n is less than 10. Okay, print n, and we are doing n plus equals to 1. We are making use of this break statement. So if I run this, so we have this printing, guys. Now suppose I don't want to go till till 9. I have a condition here, like if it's printing n, and then we are checking the condition. If n is equals to 5, then we have to come out of this loop. Okay. So what break will do, guys? It will print 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and when it will be 5, it will come out without traversing till the end. If I run this, see this output.
Yes.
Yeah.
So break is used for.
Sir, suppose we write print after break.
What suppose we?
Suppose we write print after the break statement.
Print after the statement?
Yes, break statement. Break.
After the break.
Yes, sir.
Here or below break? This is sign?
Below.
Below the break.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Below break. Yes.
Okay. So any statement after break, na? Any statement after break will not be executed. Okay, so what will happen, guys? So inside, when it will enter this if block, guys, when n will be equal to 5, right? And
Okay.
these two statements are part of if block. By seeing the indentation, we can say these two are part of this if block,
Yes, sir.
right? So
Yes.
what will be the output here? Anyone can guess? What will be the output here, guys?
So 1 to 5. Sorry, 0 to
There will be no output. Why? Because this print is part of this if condition. And when it is entering this if condition, first statement is taking as break. So it is coming out of the loop without executing any other statement.
don't understand, sir.
Clear, guys? Any doubt in this? What if we give outside this if? So now this print is outside this if condition. It is not part of this if block. Okay. In this case, it will print 1 to 4 till 4.
Sir, why is there is little bit confusing?
It's very simple. There's nothing to be confused here. We have seen if else condition, right? So now we are trying to understand break. Okay. So the use of break is when you want to come out of the loop immaturely without completing the entire flow. You were searching for something, you got it, and you want to be out of the loop. Suppose you have a file, okay, you have thousands of record in that file. Okay. Now you have a condition in that file, and that's that file is having a list of names. You are searching for a one particular record with this name. Okay. So let's suppose that name is present in the 5th row. Okay. So when you start searching, first row not found, second row, third row, 5th row. Okay, 5th row found. I want to take this record and I want to come out. I don't want to now search the entire 1,000 records, right? In those cases, what are you going? How are you going to come out of the loop? So in those cases, you have to use this break.
Okay.
Clear?
Yes. What? Thank you.
Yeah. So like coming immaturely out of the loop, you can say that without completing the loop, it is coming out of the loop. We can say this. Okay. And after break, whatever is any statement that will not be executed. Always remember this. So that is why when the sprint was inside this if condition, and after this break, we were not getting any output, anything. Okay. But if this print statement will be before this break statement, then tell me what will be the output in this case.
Sir, it will print 0 to 9, like all the numbers.
No, it will not print all the numbers. Why it will print all the numbers? Is this print statement? See, this print statement is still part of this if block. Okay. So whenever this condition will be true, then only it will enter this. Right? Initially, see, n is 0. It is checking this condition. 0 is less than 10, true or false?
True.
True. Then again, we have one more condition is checking. 0 equal to 5, true or false?
False.
False. So will it enter this if block? No.
No.
It will just increase the value of n by 1. It will again check here 1 less than 10, true. 1 equal to 5, no, false. Again, it will not enter this. This will not be executed. It will come here. So when the value of n will be 5, 5 less than 10, true. 5 equal to 5, then it will be true.
True.
Then it will enter this.
Yes.
It will print 5 and it will come out of the loop.
Okay.
See? Clear, guys?
Yes, yes.
Anyone who has not understood this can feel free to ask. But same print, if we give after break, then what will happen, guys? Not here, after break, inside if condition.
It will not work.
N equal to 5, true, it will break. It will not, this will be skipped. Okay, it will come out of the loop. So nothing will be printed. Okay. Everyone understood this?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So this was break, and just the opposite of break, we have a keyword called continue. Okay. So I will show you what this continue will do. Let's take this same loop, and here, let me comment on this. So here I am changing the condition, guys, from equal to I'm making the condition if it is greater than 5. Okay. Then continue. And okay. So what continue does, guys? It will check this condition. Okay. Here break. What was break doing, guys? Break was exiting the loop, right? It was coming out of the loop. It was skipping this statement and it was coming out of the loop. But what this continue will do, it will also skip the statement, but it will then it will then again execute the next, it will go to the next iteration. Okay. It will not come out of the loop, but it will skip the statement and it will come out, it will change this value and it will check the next condition. Okay. So I will explain to you that thing. So continue we are using here. If n is greater than 5, continue print, and this will not be printed. So let me print it here, and let's go. But this will be confusing. If n greater than 5, continue, and else, even else condition. Okay. Okay. So in this, guys, let's try to understand this. Okay. We have n as 0. So first this condition will be checked. 0 less than 10, true or false, guys?
True, sir.
True. Okay. Then it will check this condition, 0 greater than 5, true or false, guys?
False.
False. So it will enter the else block. It will print what? 0.
0, 0.
Similar case for 1 also, 1 less than 10, true. Here it will be false. It will print 1. This will go on till 5. Okay. When the value of n will be 6. 6 is less than 10, true. And then 6 is greater than 5. This condition is also true.
Yes, sir.
So it will enter this block. Now, when it will enter this block, what it will do, it will skip this statement and it will increase the value of n to 7. Yes, 7, 8, 9, 10, like that. Okay. Only difference was continue will skip the statement.
So continue will print or skip and go to
Will skip the
next iteration.
statement below it and continue with the next iteration. It will not come out of the loop. Okay, so if I run this, so but here I think this is not that much understandable. We are not able to see the clear difference. So I will explain to you with some other example. But is this basic thing clear, guys? Like break is coming out of the entire loop. Okay. But continue is not coming out of the loop. It is continuing with the next iteration.
Okay.
Okay, this is the basic difference. And let me okay, let me remove this. If I specify here, this is print after continue, and this is, let me print another thing here. Print before continue. Okay, and we print also the value of n. The value. Okay. So basically here, guys, this is a much simpler example. I think this will help you to understand this. N less than 10, true, it is printing this. Okay. Before continue. Okay. And after continue. When n will be greater, when n will be 6, it will print here before continue, the value will be 6. Okay. And this condition will be true. So it will skip this statement and it will continue with the next iteration. So if I run this program, oh, it's into one infinite loop. Stopping. We close this window only then. Okay, so this I just missed out one thing, guys. This condition also now, since I told you what it will do on continue, it will go to the next condition, right? So this it will skip these two statements. So that is why the condition this is also not incrementing. So that is why it went into an infinite loop. So I think we have to increase this. Okay. So I think then it would be fine.
Sir, why you keep that in equal to 1?
Because after continue now,
Hmm, 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 hmm.
see you see this after continue word. Okay, you are seeing this till 5. Okay,
Okay.
till 5 we have both before continue, after continue we have till 5. Okay, now what is happening when it is 6? Okay, 6 is greater than 5, it is true.
Yes.
Okay, it is true, and then we are it is entering this if block, and continue is getting keyword, it encounters this keyword continue. So it will again skip the rest of the statement and it will check with the next condition for n.
Sir,
Yes, please.
no, sir. It's okay. It's okay. Yeah, understood.
Okay, so I hope this is clear. If not clear, we will again discuss in the next class about this continue. Okay, but just remember the statement is just opposite of break. Breaks come out of the loop. Continue will continue with the next iteration. Okay, it won't come out of the loop. This is the basic difference. In the next class, again, we'll try to understand it with a different example then. Okay, this is not clear. Fine, guys?
Okay.
Okay, so we are almost time 12:30. Anyone having any doubt in any topic today or any other doubt, feel free to ask. I will just mention the topics that we have covered today. So guys, so till today's session, it was for for everyone. It was a generic one. But for next meeting invite will only be sent in the target group, guys. So guys who have not enrolled, I would request them to, if they're interested, they can enroll and they will be moved to the target group. From the next week onwards, next session, we will only be sending the invite to the target group. Okay.
Yeah.
So we have covered today operators. We have covered about if else condition, and we have covered what else we have done today. While loop, we just started while loop. We covered break. Continue, we can continue in the next class. We'll try to understand with a simple example. I think that's all we covered today. What else? Am I missing anything, guys? We have seen the different operators. Precedence, we have seen relational operator, the first condition, okay, while loop, nested if, break. Yeah, that's the case. Any question, guys? Anyone?
Sir, have you covered beautiful soap in this course? Beautiful
What is it?
Beautiful soap in web scripting.
Beautiful. No, we are not including beautiful soup. We are using it. We are doing web scraping using Selenium.
Selenium.
Yes.
Okay.
Any other question, guys? Anyone? If not, then we are good to close the session, guys. I hope you guys have all installed Python in your system, and I would request you to work on your assignments. Because while working on the assignments also, you will be stuck with several problems, and that will help you in the overall learning thing. Okay, that will that will make your understanding better. Only listening will not help, guys. So I would highly encourage you to work on the assignments. Okay, and after completing, you can submit the assignments to me directly on WhatsApp. Okay.
Okay.
Okay, guys, then that's all from today's session. Thank you for your time. Have a good day. See you in the next class. Bye.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you. Bye.
Sir. Thank you. Bye, sir. Take care.